So, good morning, everyone. My topic is environmental engineering, and I'm Sneha IT of second year biochemistry. What is environmental engineering? Environmental engineering is a professional engineering discipline that takes from broad scientific topics like chemistry, biology, ecology, geology, hydraulics, hydrology, and microbiology and mathematics to create solutions that will protect and also improve the health of living organisms and improve the quality of the environment. Environmental engineering is the application of scientific and engineering principles to improve and maintain the environment to protect human or any other living organism's health, protect nature's beneficial ecosystems, improve environmental related enhancement of the quality of human life. Environmental engineers devise solutions for wastewater management, water and air pollution control, recycling, water disposal, and public health. Ecobricks. An ecobrick is a plastic bottle packed with used plastic to set density. They serve as reusable building blocks. Ecobricks can be used to produce various items, including furniture, garden walls, and other structure. Ecobricks are produced primarily as a means of managing plastic waste by sequestering it and containing it safely by terminally reducing the net surface area of the packed plastic to effectively secure the plastic from degrading into toxic and microplastics. The eco-bricking movement promotes the personal eco-bricking process as a means to raise awareness of the consequences to consumption of danger of plastic. The positives of eco-bricks. There are many positive aspects of using non-recyclables in this way. The BBC expose War on Plastic reported that over 60% of the plastic that UK recycles is being sent overseas and dumped in countries like Asia and Malaysia. Waste littering is in the shows as many countries simply do not have the recycling infrastructure to deal with the number of plastics produced. Ecobricks certainly offer a ready-made solution to the immediate problems posed by plastic. They are hugely powerful tool for cleaning up local areas, educating schools and communities, and creating structures that will stand the test of the time. Composting toilet. One of the major challenges in sanitation is the collection, treatment, and disposal or reuse of the fecal sludge generating from the pit latrines or septic tanks. In cases where there are no sewage pipelines linking the toilet to a sewage disposal mechanism like a treatment plant. One of the contenders could be the twin pit toilet that uses poop eating tiger worms, Icenia fetida, which in turn human waste to fertilizer. Recommended as a best global practice by the UN, the quid pin toilet is constructed by two pit holes around the toilet, one of which stays functional while the other is closed until the pit in operation is filled to capacity with human waste. The filled pit is then closed for composting, and second pit is put to use. The waste collected in one pit is then converted into biofertilizer through composting. This is the working diagram of a twin pit toilet constructed by the Tiger Toilets Company. The decomposition process to make human waste into compost takes just about 60 days as compared to the 2 years in conventional twin pit toilets. This tiger worm toilet technology is being introduced by an NGO, Society of Community Organization and People's Education Scope, in collaboration with Tamil Nadu government in the district of Tiruchirappalli or Tiruchi of Tamil Nadu, which is for third year in a row remained on the list of top 10 clean cities in the country as per the Swachh Survekshan 2017. The results of the Swachh survey was announced by Urban Development Minister Mr. Venkaiah Naidu on May 4th as the city Trichy bagged the sixth rank. Graphene sieve. A UK-based team of researchers has created a graphene-based sieve capable of removing salt from seawater. The promising graphene oxide sieve could only be highly efficient at filtering salts and now will be tested for existing desalination membranes. Scientists from the University of Manchester, led by Dr. Rahul Nair, show how they solve some of the challenges using a chemical derivative called graphene oxide. Graphene comprises a single layer of carbon atoms arranged in a hexagonal lattice. Its unusual properties, such as extraordinary tensile strength and electrical conductivity. So, the sieve is made up of graphene oxide. These sieves are manufactured especially in laboratories. Small holes of 1 nanometer are drilled into the graphene oxide mat through which small water molecule can escape, but larger molecules such as NaCl, sodium chloride, gets trapped inside. Sky water technology. To tackle the enormous issue of water scarcity, researchers took the sky, or more accurately, the atmosphere, as a solution. While the atmosphere only contains an estimated of 0.04% of the world's fresh water, that percentage translates into 12 quadrillion gallons of water. The prize-winning innovation combines two formally separate technologies, dehumidification and biogasification. The dehumidification process combines warm and cold air, condenses atmospheric humidity, and replicates a rainstorm inside the shipping container. To ensure functionally in low humidity environments, the sky water can stimulate condensation at a level of dew point, that is, less than humidity than what is required for a rainstorm. A byproduct of the rain is naturally occurring gas called ozone. The Skywater technology pumps ozone through the water at the point of collection, and the ozone binds to the water. Bacteria and other impurities are eliminated. Sea bin. Sea bin is a floating rubbish bin that collects garbage from the sea. It's designed to be near ports, marinas, and yacht clubs. Rubbish and debris are brought into the bin thanks to a pump which creates a flow of water. Then they are collected in a catch bag. The sea bin is an innovative new form of removing plastic, oils, and other detritus from our seas and oceans. Essentially a floating rubbish bin, the sea bin is designed to be deployed in ports, marinas, and other coastal areas to capture the waste which comes within its vicinity as it moves up and down in the tidal area. Inside the sea bin, we have a catch bag made of a natural fiber that collects all floating debris, and when it gets filled, the bag just needs to be changed by another one manually. The pros of sea bins are that it doesn't really need any outside energy to keep it working, and the material used are a century lasting. Equipped with with the submersible pump capable of sucking and spinning out 25,000 liters of water every hour. The seabed filters out trash and other debris in its catch bag to be recycled or otherwise disposed at a later hour. It is also capable of removing a percentage of oil floating from the surface of the water as well. Thank you.